All right, everyone, this morning I'm doing my NFL predictions for 21-22. Tomorrow I'll talk more about the Cowboys before our first game. The excitement is here like crazy, and I can't wait to talk about what I feel like is going to happen tomorrow. But right now, let's have some fun. Let's pick, who we think is going to win the divisions and who we think is going to win the Super Bowl. And I'm going to add in who's going to get the number one pick for next year. So first of all, the AFC West is Kansas City won, of course, the most dominant team in the NFL. They'll win that division easy, especially when they get to feast against the NFC East. Next, we have the Denver Broncos. I got the Broncos second in that division. I have the San Diego Chargers third, and the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, they're not that bad, but they're just a bad team, the worst team in a very good division. I guess trading Khalil Mack wasn't that smart of a deal. I don't know about Chucky and Mayock, man. They came in with a boom, but we're still waiting to see, all that knowledge that they had. AFC South is next. You got Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is a team. I guess if Tennessee was a dude, I would never fight him. That's how tough that team is. It's tough-minded. It's tough coached. You got the toughest receiver in the league. You got the toughest running back in the league. You got a quarterback that's been through a whole lot, who's mentally tough. Now you got a lot of toughness right there, and with Tennessee, and then you add Julio Jones onto what they already had. That's a dangerous team. So Tennessee is going to take the AFC South. Next is going to be number 2 is going to be Colts. Number 3, Jaguars. Trevor will not be last. Houston Texans, and I think Houston Texans are going to be that. I'll go ahead and put a pin in them being the worst team in football, the number 1 pick in the draft. All right, the AFC North. A lot of people are going to disagree with me here. Everything for the first 2 we're kind of on par, but right here things are going to go a little bit left. I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win that division. So I got Pittsburgh at number 1. Why? Because that's what they do. That's what they always do. Pittsburgh figures out a way. As long as if Ben's going to be healthy and Najee, however scared I was with Henry, Najee is a scary, scary, scary running back. So I'm very excited. I'm almost excited. I'm excited to see him as anybody other than Trevor Lawrence and, of course, Michael Parsons. You know what I'm saying? So Pittsburgh's running game is probably going to be there by the mid-season, if not earlier. Then Ben's going to be able to do what he does. They're not going to be able to beat that team. Baltimore Ravens, even though they lost Dobbins, I still have a lot of belief in Lamar Jackson when he is running the ball. I feel like any competent NFL running back will be able to get busy with that in that scheme until their other running back gets back. Cleveland, number 3, guys. And Cleveland is the most talented team in NFL. I will 100% agree with Cleveland being the most talented team, but I just don't know about their quarterback. I don't know about their coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about their chemistry. There's a lot of things that cause Cleveland not to achieve. They did a great job last year, but I hadn't said it yet, but my main mantra is you can't take much and you can't blame much on 2020. So you can't think too much of 2020 and you can't think too less of 2020. And there's situations in here where I'll explain that's actually happening. But the Cleveland Browns, I see them as 3rd in that division. And last, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's going to be good. And again, this is a situation where it's going to be a very good team in that last spot in the division. AFC East. Again, I'm different with a lot of you guys. I got New England winning that one. And this is my first example of you can't take too much from last year. Last year, New England had a lot of issues. They had a quarterback that they lost for a long period of time, a long stretch. And to me, honestly, I was telling my dad, I wasn't convinced that they were really trying to win football games in New England last year. I think they were trying to set themselves up for this year and get themselves ready for this year. That's what I feel like they were doing. So we'll see what happens. But they're a nasty defense. And you know what? The kind of football they're going to play? It's going to be that Bill Parcells type football. where you're not going to blow anybody out ever, but you're going to be in every single game every week. And when you got a team, a coach like Bill Belichick, and you put him in every game, he's going to win most of them. Yeah. Number 2, I have Buffalo Bills, and that's kind of the opposite of what I just explained about the Patriots. Josh, that was one amazing year in a weird year. So I can't just like, oh my gosh, he's going to be MVP this year. Like a lot of people on that idiot box back there say he's going to be MVP. He's got MVP buzz or whatever. I just can't take too, and I like Josh Allen. I just can't take too much from just that one season. So I got him stashed at number 2. Same thing with Tua. I think Tua is going to be much better than, people hate Tua because of last year. And I'm like, whoa, he barely got to play and he was learning. Whoa, screech the brakes on Tua. So I like Tua. I like Josh Allen, but I just don't think Tua is that bad. And I don't think Josh Allen is that great. It's just simple as that. And last is the New York Jets. I want to see Zach Wilson. I really do. They talked up Zach Wilson like crazy during the preseason. So we'll see. All right. With all of that, let's go through the playoff teams. The division winners again: Kansas City, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, New England. And the playoff teams I have: Buffalo, Baltimore, and the Denver Broncos. Why the Denver Broncos? Nasty chemistry going on there with that defense and a super smart, careful quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater. When they put Bridgewater at quarterback, I was like, oh man, they're trying to win right now, because he's gonna just play it as safe as possible and turn that ball right back over to the other offense and let the defense score points. But Teddy can score. Teddy's just not going to score that much. The Baltimore Ravens, of course, they know how to win or whatever. And I was really going crazy over Cleveland versus Buffalo. Which one? And when I feel like Cleveland is slightly better than Buffalo, Cleveland has to play a far tougher schedule than Buffalo. Buffalo plays the NFC East. So no. Buffalo doesn't play the NFC East. Buffalo plays they play, I don't know, I can't remember. I know they play Washington in the NFC East, but then they have an easier schedule basically than Cleveland Browns do. And especially because the Cleveland Browns have to play inside their own division, which is going to be just like a killer for them. All right, let's move. And then the AFC champion, you ready? The AFC champion. Not the Kansas City Chiefs. Why not? What is wrong with you, dude? Why aren't you picking the Kansas City? You just said they were the most powerful team in the league, whatever. Yes, they are, but it's just way too much defense in the AFC right now. This is a year of the defense. You got Denver's defense, where the pass rush is going to come after you and kill you. You got the Chargers defense that'll come after you and kill you. You got the Titans defense that'll come after you and kill you. You got the Colts defense that'll come after you and kill you. You got the Steelers defense. You got the Ravens defense. You got the Browns defense. You got the Patriots defense. You got the Bills defense. And you got the Dolphins defense. I'm not kidding y'all. Every team I just said has a killer defense. And for Kansas City to go through the playoffs, they're going to have to play 3 defensive juggernauts. It's just simple as that. And that's a tall tale for me. So I think the team that will be able to fight the most is the Tennessee Titans. So I take them in the Super Bowl. All right. In the NFC, we have the NFC West, the Los Angeles Rams. Stafford coming changes everything with the Rams. I mean, it's kind of like when a quarterback goes into a good spot, kind of like Dak. Dak fell in a great spot. Mahomes fell in a great spot, and great for them. But then other situations with quarterbacks, Stafford fell into Detroit. So it is what it is. Number 2 in that division, the Seattle Seahawks. Same old Russ, but Russ can't do it all by himself. Number 3, Arizona Cardinals. And number 4, the San Francisco 49ers. In the NFC South, we're going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers first, New Orleans Saints second, Atlanta Falcons third, and the Carolina Panthers fourth. In the NFC North, we have the Green Bay Packers at number 1. We have the Chicago Bears at number 2. We have the Minnesota Vikings, Wifey, at number 3. And we have the Detroit Lions. Did I say the Texans were going to have the number 1 overall pick? Maybe it's Detroit. Maybe. All right, and last, NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys, of course. Again, people are underestimating the Cowboys because of the 2020 season, which is just ridiculous. You know, I mean, we didn't have half of us. I mean, we basically played with half our preseason team out there in 2020. So, whatever. And then Washington, people are overreacting to that team because of 2020. I have Washington second, the Washington Red Wolves. I have them second. The third, the Philadelphia Eagles, and last, I have the New York Garrets. And I hope the New York Garrets are a little bit better than last place, because my dream is for Jason Garrett to keep the Giants at around 8-8, around 500 for the next 10, 15 years. That would be golden. So the NFC champion I have this year is not the Tampa Bay Bucks. It will be the Dallas Cowboys, of course. Now, okay, part of me believes it's the Dallas Cowboys, so I have to say the Dallas Cowboys anyway. But if it's not the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to predict the Dallas Cowboys because I'm going to want my predictions to be true. So I'm predict the Dallas Cowboys. So if it's not the Dallas Cowboys, my money is going on the Los Angeles Rams, because I think Stafford upgrades that team that much. When you have you have possibly the best player in the defensive line there, and you possibly have the best cornerback there. And then you have the receiving core that is on par with just about anybody else in the league. And then you have a running scheme with the Rams where you can plug in some guys that's actually going to get work done. You know, remember we got gutted with, I can't remember his name right now, but we got gutted with somebody who just came through there. You remember that? All right. So I think the Rams will be playing, the Cowboys will be playing the Titans for the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys will win. Or the Rams will be playing the Titans for the Super Bowl, and the Rams will win because the Titans will be beaten up. So that's my prediction. And tomorrow I will talk more about the Cowboys before the game, and I'll probably be streaming right here because setting up outside is going to be a lot. And I just got this set up. All right, guys, holla at you. Peace.